Joining me now on East Bay Today, I have Kathy Evans from the Aquidneck Island Adult Learning Center. Kathy, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here to talk about the important work that you're doing. Let's start with what is the Aquidneck Island Adult Learning Center. I did not know this existed, and I feel a little chagrined about that. So let's tell everybody in our audience what it is.
Well, thank you so much for having me here today. I appreciate this opportunity. And the Aquidneck Island Adult Learning Center is a program of Newport Community School, and they came under their grouping, we're a program of them in 2011, and they do a lot of amazing work too. They're based out of Thompson Middle School in Rogers, and they have amazing programs. In fact, we're getting ready for their big back-to-school bash, which is amazing. In September, it's held at the Elks Club, and it's for all the adult students and also the families and community members from Aquidneck Island. And they give away backpacks, they bring in the food bank, there's free haircuts, bounce houses, community partners. That's in September.
It's a party, clearly.
It's wonderful. And a lot of our teachers volunteer from the adult center too to work at it, and it's awesome.
So what happens at this Adult Learning Center?
So we serve almost 900 students a year, and we have tons of classes from GED classes, English as a second language, and then we have a...
well, you brought this, and I know our viewers can't see this, but they can go to your website.
They can go to our website.
Which is what? What is the website?
www.newportcommunityschool.org.
All right, and then they can see, this is like a calendar, what are all the classes. Let me just share with everybody. We've got CNA, culinary classes, English as a second language, CPR, med tech, EKG technician, mental health first aid, teaching assistant, EMT, computer help, medical interpreter, phlebotomy technician. I mean, there's just everything. I can't even say it all.
There's a ton.
And you are the director of programming.
Yes.
At this center. So you are in charge of all of this programming. I can't even believe you had time to come here today, quite frankly. Like, it's unbelievable. But you must be so proud.
I really am. I've been there almost 10 years, and when I first got there, we served about almost like 200 students, and now today we serve 9. And we've built on, as a team, built on the programs, expanded. We work with employer partners. We get their feedback. If they ask us to like tweak our programs and do customized things for them, we can do it.
Like you're out there with the people in the community that need to hire some of these folks, and you're like, what do you need? What does everybody need to learn?
Exactly.
You mentioned right before we started filming about the restaurant in Newport that is really forward thinking. Can you just share a little about that and how that fits into your programming?
Definitely.
As an example.
As an example, we're going on our second year of having classes at Gusto Restaurant in Newport.
Which is amazing.
It is amazing, and the owner, Kevin O'Donnell, who's so forward-thinking, he and his wife, Sarah, brought in these classes to help their employees. He's a co-owner too at Mother Pizza, and he also has employees going on different shifts coming from other restaurants, so he really tried to work with those other restaurants to try and coordinate these classes to serve.
And it's like an English as a second language
English as a second language, but it's geared towards all that they need to know in a restaurant.
And it's then also the reverse. There's some classes about teaching Spanish.
Oh, correct? So that's happening in Cargill in North Kingstown, our second year teaching across the bridge at Cargill, teaching Spanish to the bosses and English to the workers. And
that's so interesting. Well, that's just an example of like how you've paid attention, you've pivoted, you've been like, what are the needs? And you're responding to the needs.
Definitely, like a big employer need in the healthcare sector. So we have CNA, people don't understand that on Aquidneck Island there are a ton of healthcare facilities, and CNAs, they're in desperate need for CNAs. They also need, they really, and there's tons of openings. So we have very healthy, abundant CNA classes, and then the next step for CNAs are to become med techs, where they can get licensure to dispense medication. And that helps healthcare agencies because they don't have to hire as many RNs. and the CNAs can fill that need. But also,
so it's like a specialized skill.
Definitely, definitely. But then CNAs can go another track too. And like our employer feedback was they liked it when instead of having freestanding EKG and phlebotomy, we combined it. So it's a streamlined class where they get multiple credentials, and it enables a CNA to work as an ER technician in the emergency room at Newport Hospital.
Yeah, and then they also maybe get a chance to just feel out, what do they like? What are they gravitating toward? That's so important, right? That you also want these people to enjoy what they're ultimately doing.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And we just had a CNA graduation this week. And we had 15 students graduate, and many of them were, some of them had tried previously, and they've come back and they were successful. And that's what adult ed is all about, supporting students as they navigate like the challenges and barriers that they may be facing, and they come back so much stronger. And some of the students who graduated, it was just an amazing accomplishment for them.
Yeah. Now, did you tell me that this is like year 50 of your graduation?
Yes, we just had our 50th anniversary this past June. This program has been in, I know, existence for 50 years. It's incredible.
So you just mentioned barriers. Can you just share with people, like, teach me, what are the big barriers?
So sometimes students may have challenges with childcare. They may have challenges taking care of their family members who are not children. Also, someone may have some barriers related to their background, their BCI, and we help students navigate that as well. That is a background check, so they may have a misdemeanor that happened to them in the past, and
which really throws up a barrier for being
considered. Right, and some of them are things that can get dismissed. But they're walking around out there in the community with this weight of the world on their shoulders, and then they come to us and we help them navigate the expungement process, or maybe they need a community referral to EBCAP or the PASS program, which is a program out of Turning Around Ministries. We do a lot of work with the Office of Rehabilitative Services, that's called ORS, in Newport Mental Health. So we have them coming in and helping students right in our school where they're comfortable. Our students are comfortable, and outside organizations are coming in and helping students navigate the enrollment process.
Oh my goodness. It sounds super collaborative. It sounds super
it's
complex, but thank goodness you've created this space. And let's tell everybody where it is.
We are at 23 America's Cup Ave at the Gateway Center. The bus station is part of our building.
Right across from the ball field.
Right across from the ball field, and we have a lot of students take the bus, and we have students who take their bikes or walk to us. The bus system is great, though. It gets them there, and there's also free parking right behind us. We navigate we validate parking for students and anyone coming in.
That's so awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
It is so awesome.
Yeah. Like someone who graduated in CNA, like this past week, 2 of the students, we had them hooked up with the ORS.
Yeah.
So they can get services and get supports as they navigate employment now, their next steps.
Oh my goodness.
So I know it's Friday, and I'm like, we've made it through another week. It was crazy.
It feels like that, right?
Yeah. But it's all good stuff.
You're doing really important work. It must feel good. Tell us a little bit about your background. Like, how did you land in this role?
So my background, I am a former ESL teacher. I was a lead teacher working out of the Providence Public Library for many years. And I did a little bit of work on grants also at URI. And I used to teach English in all the libraries in Rhode Island, and I also taught in a few different companies and factories.
So you saw this need, like, firsthand, like you were there, and
I was there working in the weeds in firsthand experiences, and I brought that with me. I also have a little business background as well, so that combined.
That's clear. I can tell that talking to you.
Yeah, and combined with my love of English as a second language, brought that to this program and worked with my boss, Tracy Shea, who's the executive director, and she's very forward thinking, and we were able to build our program. and keep building on programs. And like the key is stackable credentials. And you know what's amazing too is that a lot of our students find out about us through word of mouth. I believe it's because we, as students come in, we survey them and collect a lot of data, because we make a lot of decisions based off of data as well.
Right.
And about 67% of our students find out about us through word of mouth, or they're returning to just keep stacking.
I can believe that. I imagine just given the population that might come, there's some interesting barriers there, just reaching them, right?
Exactly.
Right, so the traditional methods and models from a marketing standpoint.
Right, they're not reaching. We have the website, social media, but word of mouth is the biggest for us.
Yeah, so you're just counting on everybody coming through and having a spectacular experience. I saw that you've got this learning lab. Let's hear a little bit about that.
So that is
so neat.
That is awesome, and not to toot my own horn, but that is.
You toot. This is the place to toot your own horn.
All right, so that is open to students and community members. And so on Aquidneck Island, there is not a one-stop, and I don't know if everyone knows what that is. That's kind of a place that is in certain cities around Rhode Island where people can go to get help with employment support, unemployment needs, and stuff like that. But they moved off of Aquidneck Island, I want to say about 12 years ago, and they never came back. So those are also known as Network Rhode Island Centers. I don't know if you've ever heard of those.
I haven't, but it sounds very important. So you guys are replicating that.
So we are replicating that work, and community members, our students, anyone can come in and get help, whatever help they need. They may need help navigating resume help. We help people create resumes, search the web, find jobs, find apprentice programs. We also have our own apprentice programs, electrical pipe fitting and plumbing at our location. But Andrea Paquin, who is our Next Step advisor, and
what does Next Step mean?
So Next Step is she's someone who helps people navigate whatever their next steps might be. And it's based
kind of after participating in your program.
Or while they're participating.
Okay.
So we work with our students and community members, because people will come in and they just don't know what they want to do. And it's not always a referral to our own program, but we refer to people all over. We have tons of community partners, and there's a lot of other great programs out there, and we just want to help people. It could be going into CCRI, it could be, going into the military, whatever someone's next steps are. So we help people navigate that.
Just listening to you talk about this, you are clearly in the right place for you. It just is. You're glowing talking about it.
Thank you.
That's really magic.
Yeah.
So just to leave everybody with a final, is there a call to action out there that you want to leave our viewers with here?
Well, I think I would say that there's so many people in the community that need that high school credential. We are here to, and English as a second language and workforce, but there's so many community members. Like in Newport alone, there's between 750 and I believe it's 900 people who need a GED.
Yeah.
And then on Aquidneck Island, there's between 3,500 and 4,000 people.
That's staggering.
And if you come to us, whether it be for information, to join our classes, we have a supportive network of teachers, tutors, case management. Colleen is amazing, and Andrea, and we also have Cheyenne helping with digital literacy. We're here to support you, whatever your goals are.
That.
Yes,
right?
And that's another big thing in the Learning Lab. People come to us for support with digital literacy. And we're here to support our students and potential students. So please reach out. Don't be afraid. We love our students. If you just want to come on a fact-finding mission, come on in, walk in. We also work with the War College, and we have international English language. I had a family come in from Saudi Arabia yesterday to enroll the mom in ESL classes. Yeah.
You are doing Angel's work. Thank you so much, Kathy.
You.
What a treat to learn about your organization and learn about you and your passion.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to come on and tell you a little bit about us.
Come back very soon. We want to keep up.
All right, great.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Joining me now on East Bay Today, I have two wonderful guests, David Chatowsky.
Hello.
Welcome, David.
Thank you.
Matthew Kent. Hello. You are both from the Portsmouth Friends Church, right?
Correct. Yes.
I am so excited to hear more about this church, and I know you have a very, very important event coming up. So let me just start getting to know you both. All right, David, I'll start with you. You're the pastor.
That's correct.
Right? So tell me a little bit about how you became the pastor of this church and why you care so much and how long you've been involved.
Well, it's actually quite a remarkable story. I was going to the church. I felt led to go to the church, and the senior pastor was getting older in years and needed someone to preach behind the pulpit. Yeah. And so I stepped up, and I was also...
How long ago?
Starting about 3 years ago, when I started to step up and
okay.
Yeah, and talk behind the pulpit. And then while this was going out, I went to a school for a school of ministry. Okay. And it's a 3-year program. So I'm studying that, and
kind of in parallel with stepping. Like they threw you into the fire, and you did it, and in parallel, you're like, I'm going to learn how to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
And I really felt called.
Well, I was going to ask, did you feel called?
I certainly
to do
did.
That?
I certainly did.
Was it out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, it was. It was definitely. There was a learning curve, and you have to feel truly called to fill the role of a pastor.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't necessarily say it was out of my comfort zone, but I definitely had to take time to reflect about my role as a pastor and the people that I'm helping to shepherd.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a huge learning curve, like as you've gotten to know the congregation, and just like you're like, I wasn't expecting this or that, right? Like it's
Well, I definitely feel that it's been God's been with me along the way, one step at a time, from even being led to the top of Quaker Hill at the Portsmouth Friends Church from the very beginning.
Okay, all right. Well, that is amazing. And Matt, we were batting around what we are going to call your role. Everything from superintendent to chief elder to El Jefe to janitor to everything. You were responsible for building a portion of the church and welcome. Tell us a little bit about your involvement.
Well, I've been involved with the church since the late 80s. For quite a while.
When you were just
when I was in college, before marriage, the pastor of the church at the time actually introduced me to my now wife.
Okay, so you found love.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And so we've had a long history with the church.
Oh, that's great. I know you've always, since I've known you, been just so excited about what's going on there.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, we've gone through a lot of ups and downs. The building was closed for a few years, and it was up for sale.
Was that related to COVID or no?
No, this was prior to COVID.
Totally
the national denomination that we were affiliated with, because the numbers of the church had dropped, they felt that it wasn't worth having the church there.
Well, we'll back up a little. Like, some of our viewers might not even know what this church is about. This has Quaker origins. Is that correct?
Yep. It was originally a Quaker meeting house, built in 1700, and they were the Society of Friends. And
hence the name.
The name is the Portsmouth Friends Church.
Yeah.
Which is where we get the Friends from. In the 70s, they became affiliated with a national denomination of Evangelical Friends Church, based in Ohio. Okay. There's a church in Middletown as well. That's the Newport Friends Church.
I did not know that.
And then there was us, and there was a few others. And as the numbers dwindled, the national denomination said it was not worth them to have a full-time pastor there and to support the church. So they closed the building and put it up for sale, and it sat vacant for 3 years.
No takers.
No. There was some people that were thinking, well, gee, if we bulldoze this, we can make a nice gas station here.
Oh,
But
right. That
so
just
the
seems
members of the
wrong.
church, So
Right?
some members of the church, Rick Lauder was one of the big. He was a pastor in the 70s, and he worked with the Historical Society to get the building opened again.
Okay.
And take it back as a church.
And is it protected under some of with that history?
We're working on getting some of that protected. We had to prove that we were a church affiliation and had a president, vice president, secretary as a corporation prior to becoming affiliated with the people in Ohio.
Right. So there is a corporation, which
Yes,
you are the
which I am the
president of. That's another role. I can't believe I forgot that most important role.
So by doing that and working with the lawyers and the Historical Society, we were able to take back the property. So it was in disrepair over the 3 years. There were holes in the roof. The national denomination took the funds that we had. So we get the building and the property back, but we had no money to do any repairs. So over the past few years, we've fixed the leaks. We've repaired a lot of the things. We've done replacement of windows. And we're
Do you
just
come
trying
to church with like a hammer in your back pocket?
No.
No?
It's usually on Saturday. But we've been trying to rebuild the congregation. And then once we went through COVID, a lot of people realized that they, didn't need church. So the numbers dropped even more.
Well, I was going to say, why are the numbers dropping? It seems
yeah.
like all over the country, no matter what your church or religious denomination.
A lot of people
are
go to church online, or they feel that they don't need to have that church.
Yeah.
But we have a small group right now, and
well, what do you love? What do you both love about this group, this church? Like, what draws you to it?
One thing that is really, really wonderful is that we sing hymns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so our worship service is the hymns that go way back in time. And so, absolutely. So we, as a congregation, make a point to sing at least 3 hymns. And I'd really like to lead the congregation in worship. And it is a great thing. It is a great thing to worship the Lord in song. Yeah. And then, naturally, my preaching, right? And then, but we have a fantastic fellowship afterwards where we break bread and we have coffee and we have food. We have a potluck where after each service we meet and we have we break bread together. It most certainly is because I encourage that it's the church is for the community, and the church is the people. It's not necessarily the building.
Right.
It's the people which makes the church, and that by having time where we can break bread and share, we can help each other out too.
Yeah.
You feel the love in the building when you walk in. And we've had a lot of people that have noticed that when they come in for the first time, they just feel this spirit over them, and then the love of the people.
Oh my
so
goodness.
So it's just we support and
so
each other.
10:30 on Sundays.
10:30 on Sundays. Yep. So.
And where is it, just for our viewers?
It's the actual address is 11 Middle Road. It's at the top of Quaker Hill, diagonally across from Town Hall.
Okay.
So
right.
one of the things
if you know where the town hall is, you can see it.
Yep. Okay. And so one of the things this year that we are trying to do is to let people know that we're not a museum, we are an actual church, is we've been having different events and different things every month celebrating. The building is 325 years old this year.
Right, and that's really why we're here, is we need to talk about this, because there's a big celebration coming up.
So every month we've been doing something. In March we had the compact displayed at the church.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that have been there had never been into that building. And to have the compact, the original compact in the oldest building in town was something.
It's just right.
So
that's just as it should be, right?
Right.
The building is on the National Register, but there's no plaque or designation. So we've had a plaque made up, and we're going to have that installed on the building. And we're going to have on August 23rd, we're having a celebration and a building dedication. Jim Garman is going to be there giving a talk. Yeah. Steve Luce. We've got senators and other people coming in, so it's going to go from 10 o'clock to possibly 2.
Is this a Sunday?
It's Saturday.
It's a Saturday. Saturday the 23rd.
Yep.
Sorry, I wasn't.
It's okay. Yep.
I don't have my mental calendar quite. Okay.
So we're going to have a whole day of events planned, and have a dedication and all, and everyone is welcome to come.
Right.
And,
right. That sounds really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
So just show up.
Yeah, yeah.
August 23rd, 10 a.m.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate the church, the Portsmouth Friends Church, 325th anniversary. Right on the top of Quaker Hill in Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
That sounds amazing. And I heard you're going to have Jim Garman, our historian.
Yep, we've talked to Jim and Steve Luce. They're both going to talk. We actually have a couple other speakers coming in.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a full day event.
Oh my goodness, congratulations. So this must, I mean, this has been in the works for a while, right?
Yes.
The planning process?
Yep.
Yeah, and tell me just a little bit about, the leadership team. I mean, clearly you guys are a big part of that.
Yeah, we're like I said, we're an independent church, so it's a little tough. We don't have a national denomination or someone to look to for guidance, but we're self-governing. But we're a Bible-based church. We believe in Jesus Christ, as a Savior, and we have some of the traditional hymns. We have a beautiful pianist that plays wonderful pieces. We have different events. We have a potluck lunch now and then, and dinners and movies, and we're trying to reach out to the community, and just show God's love.
We also take fantastic field trips. Just recently, the church went to the New Bedford Whaling Museum. And
my goodness.
Yeah, it was just fantastic. And we all met, we carpooled, and it was a time of bonding that we can understand the history of the Quakers and the whaling industry, and also come together.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it's about, right?
That's right.
I think that's what people are searching for. I mean, what are your thoughts on, I just feel like people are, I don't want to use the word broken right now, but we're all struggling, right?
Yeah.
We want to have a sense of connection, or that's my sense. What do you think?
Well, I know,
Pastor?
Well, we live in a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Portsmouth is so rich in history, especially with the religious history, with Anne Hutchinson's at Founders Brook right here. Yeah. Roger Williams was the first to do the separation of church and state.
Right.
And so Rhode Island has an incredible rich history of religion.
And it's dramatic.
It most certainly is. It most certainly is. It's very. And so what I hope to do is to express God's love to the community, but also to rekindle that flame that our forefathers had, and here in the state of Rhode Island.
Well, I tell you, that's so inspiring.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm going to try to make it.
Oh, I hope you do.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show and talking about your church, this event. Matt, thank you. Thank you for making this happen. And I hope you'll come back and we'll hear more about it and just kind of keep getting the word out about the amazing work you're doing.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Hi, we're from Aquidneck Island Adult Learning Center in Newport, Rhode Island. We're looking for students and volunteers for our many classes, including GED, English as a Second Language, nursing assistant, phlebotomist, med tech, medical technician, apprenticeships, computer skills, and lots more.
Please contact us if you'd like more information. Thank you.